DC. DC's animated universe, or whatever it's called. DCAU, maybe not the best way to describe this because I feel that that's almost too encompassing as compared to this. This is the more exclusive main run from the 90s to about 2006 that started with Batman the Animated Series, title that was given to it, not the original, but just Batman, Superman Beyond, Justice League, Static Shock, Justice League Unlimited. This right here, when I think of DC's characters, I'm not looking at Golden Age comics, I'm not looking at Silver Age comics, I'm looking at these portrayals of these DC characters and saying this is the standard by which I think these characters are really fleshed out. You can really get a feel as to who these characters are, and just a great way to realize what makes these characters great, the real essence of these characters. And I think that it just is the best that we've seen. And so when I see other DC products, DC media come out, I'm always going to be kind of judging it by what I see here. And I'm not saying that these cartoons, these animated shows, are flawless. I mean, there's plenty of things that we could pick apart and say, well, this is a continuity error, or that, well, this really could have been done better, or I really like this version of Green Lantern and I would like to have seen more of that, even though, please, just Jon Stewart's super great. Anyway, when we're looking at these, I think we find some very true to character moments, and I think one of the reasons why this is such a gold standard is not merely a nostalgia. I mean, yeah, I grew up with these shows, but at the same time, this ran for over 10 years. I mean, there were different shows, different spin-offs, but there was still this main continuity, more or less, that these shows all fit into each other. They all kept the same basic feel to them, same basic animation style. A few changes here and there, but for the most part, they looked and felt the same. The voice cast was phenomenal. And then, of course, several Batman spin-off movies, direct-to-video, just were very well done. And throughout all of that, and this can be a completely different topic, but throughout all that, they kept it in a PG format. And yet, they kept enough edge, they kept enough darkness, that it wasn't too bad for kids, but adults would still love it. And so I think that's something that we're really missing in today's environment, especially with a lot of these live action versions of these characters, whether it DC or Marvel or a movie or a CW show or whatever. It's just a completely different feel from what these shows gave us. And so whether it's the dark, brooding nature of Batman, and I don't care how fun it is to parody the Christian Bale Batman, because he's Batman. I'm sorry, that's not how Batman sounds. No, Batman sounds like Kevin Conroy, and I'm not even going to try to imitate that because I know I can't do it. And sure, you got Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond. It's a different Batman. He's going to sound different. Whatever. And there's a couple different actors who voiced Superman. They still did a good job of that upstanding, moral Superman. Static Shock, offshoot, but still very clearly within the same universe. Interacted with Batman a few times, had the two-parter with the Justice League, had the really cool crossover episode where he got transported into the future, where he had to work with Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis and all that. It was just really fun. But Justice League, great show, 2-season run, spinned off spin it off into Justice League Unlimited without really any continuity break. Really, really, really detailed plot structures for a 30-minute show. I mean, for something that you're going to sit down, you're going to watch really 20 minutes, but you're going to watch all that, and then, the first season, it was like a 12-episode plot arc. I mean, that's just crazy for a kid's show, but at the same time, I remember watching this, and I was like, I don't know, 12 maybe at the time? Maybe a little younger? Oh yeah, I was younger. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is that I sat there and I was like, whoa, this is cool. They brought in characters that I had never even heard of at that point, and they were still amazing. And it's just something you don't see today with some of this modern movies. It's just they try to make it too dark. They try to push the envelope too much. They try to be like, oh, we want it to be PG-13, but not too much. Anyway, the short and sweet of this is that if you haven't seen these, you need to go and watch them. Because they're some of the best entertainment, some of the best superhero stories that you will see from DC. They're great to watch with your kids. They're great to let kids watch. They're great for you to watch. They're just overall a great gold standard. And anything that comes out from DC, whether it's comic, I'm going to be watching this and judging it by what I see here.